Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your boy JNRKK Crystal. Today we are rebuilding the Atlanta Falcons without Julio Jones, because you know he got signed to the, or he got traded to the Tennessee Titans. So this is what the team looks like without him. We are 76 offense and defense. Yeah, it looks pretty bad if you ask me. We do have Kyle Pitts and Hayden Hurst though, a good tight end duo. Offensive line is atrocious, and defense is basically whatever, not even that good. So I kind of expect this to be a down year for us. So we're not even gonna try that many moves. We're just gonna try to see if we can like tank this year and get like an early pick, and then really focus on free agency. But yeah, with the first year, we're just gonna let it be just like that and send to the playoffs and see how well we do. So obviously we didn't make the playoffs. We ended up going 3-13, so a down year, of course, as expected. Let's upgrade our players. I wanted to take this rough year just so we can move on forward. So our offense was 30th in the NFL. Matt Ryan still had 4K passing yards. And our defense was 15th, so not bad for defense. Matt Ryan, 24 touchdowns, 17 picks, 83.1 passer rating. Mike Davis almost had 1,000. Calvin Ridley obviously had a good solid year. Same with Kyle Pitts in his rookie year. Three touchdowns, 972 yards. Russell Gage Jr. wasn't too bad as well either. So that might be something we keep around. Defense, we didn't have anyone to amass over 3.5 sacks. And so we got a good amount of interceptions. But that was the first year, so we're just going to sim. Super Bowl is Patriots-Saints as they face off. As the Browns didn't make it past the first round, and neither did the Packers, as they both were the #1 seeds. So let's advance to the next week. The Patriots ended up scraping the Saints. J.C. Jackson wins Super Bowl MVP. Tom Brady wins NFL MVP and Offensive Player of the Year. Jordan Brooks wins Defensive Player of the Year and Defensive Rookie of the Year, so that's pretty nice to see. And we have 2 players ready to negotiate. We got 2 guys who literally are just not even going to come back to the team at all. So let's advance to the first week of free agency, see if we can pick up some people. We have a 73 offense and a 77 defense. Matt Ryan is still here. We would have a penalty if we trade him, but I think we're going to definitely move on from him, or at least draft his replacement. We have 83 million available in cap. So first and foremost, let's see what we have at corners. Corners, I'm not really too worried about. Right outside linebacker, we have Dante Fowler. Middle linebackers, Deion Jones and Foyesade Alakun. Left outside is a position that we kind of need to fix, but right end, we could sign someone like Danico Autry. You know, that's would be our good little signing, just to, you know, give the defense a little bit of help. We could also draft the D tackle as well. Left end, we have Marlon Davidson, who I still want to develop because he is young, so I want to keep working on him. Chris Lindstrom is fine here. We're just going to sign a backup in Nick Easton. At center, we don't have anyone, so I feel like that's another position we got to look at. Left guard is whatever, and left tackle is fine with Jake Matthews, so he's going to just hold it down over there for us. We definitely do need a running back and a receiver, but I feel like these are all positions we could really draft. So I'm gonna see what we can do here. So let's advance to next week, see if we sign those guys. So we got Tyson Burrow and Danico Autry, so not too bad. We also got Nick Easton. We got 5th-year options. Calvin Ridley, yes, we're definitely gonna pick him up. Obviously, he had 1,000 yards and like 7 TDs. Oh, actually, we should see how Julio did on the Titans. Obviously, they didn't make it to the Super Bowl, but let's see how well he performed, because he wanted a big arm QB. So Titans. Let's see if so Ryan Tino had 33 touchdowns, 21 picks. Derrick Henry had 1,200 rushing yards. Julio had 1,100 yards and 2 TDs, of course. So he did actually take off as expected. And let's go into the draft. Hopefully we have the first pick in the draft. We end up having the second. We have the second pick in the draft. Lions end up drafting right end David Valentine. We have the second pick, and we want to go for a quarterback here. They got one kid name here. His name is Tyler Mason. Damn. I wanted to move on from Matt Ryan, but maybe this is not the year we do it. You know what? I think this should wait. If we got like an early first round center, maybe we got Jesse Alvarez who's a mid first, and we have Mike Valentine late second. And then we also need like a right end. There's a lot of positions we could go for here. Maybe we don't go for a quarterback just yet. Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't. Maybe we just leave that position alone for now and maybe stack up on the defense once more to help out our guy. So we got Kyrie Dobbins here, a couple running backs here who are early first, mid first for him. Darius Wynn is a late first, so I'm not really too worried about that. I think I should go with a center though, Jesse Alvarez, but left outside linebacker Shaden Warwick was an early first. Let's take a look at our team really quick, see if like what positions we need. Because Matt Ryan, we're gonna use Matt Ryan for one more year. Offensive line definitely needs some upgrades as well. So we need a left outside linebacker, and I think that's what we'll go with. I'm not trading where I pick. Yeah, we'll go left outside linebacker, Shaden Warwick, 75 overall. We reached, but not too bad. That's an upgrade to the defense. Now that we're in the second round here, scouted. If that center's still around, Jesse Alvarez is. So we pick up a center, upgrade that position. So now we got a new center. Then we can go to our third round pick. Now I feel like we can maybe get a guard here. See who's available. Left guard, right guard, nothing's really available there. Left tackle, nothing's available there either. Left end, right end, and D tackle. We got a kid named Troy McKenzie. He's an early first. Let's pick him up. He's a run stopper, 76 overall. Not too bad to help out the defense for sure. So we drafted a center. We have Chris Lindstrom. Tight end, maybe Hayden Hurst is injured. Maybe need to draft the receiver next. We could draft the receiver and a running back. Picked up a left outside linebacker and a D tackle. Yeah, and we also could go for a strong safety as well. So let's go to our next pick. All right, so with the fourth round pick, here we have. Let's see what running backs are available. We got a second rounder here. And we got 3 second rounders, and we got Jaden Farrell, late second rounder. We have Darryl Bryan, mid second rounder, and we have Bryce Harvey, who's a mid second rounder as well. Let's go Darryl Bryan, 71 overall. Let's see if we get some playing time as well. Now that we're here, now we need to get after I want to see if we can get a strong safety maybe. So there isn't any good strong safeties left for us. Left tackle, left guard, center, right tackle, left end. We got a kid named Luke Knighton. No, I think I'm going to leave the rest of the draft up to the simulation and see what. So now we take a look at the draft recap. Picked up some nice options. They drafted a quarterback named Joseph Messina and Shaquille Ankrum, a middle linebacker. So we're giving Matt Ryan one more year, of course, and then we'll really attack free agency and all that good stuff just to see how well we perform. Our offense is a 76, and our defense is a 79. Matt Ryan's a 78. Running backs, we got an okay crew. Receivers, we got Russell Gage Jr. as to being our new boy, our new guy who's going to take over. We also got Jesse Alvarez, a new starting center, so that's not too bad. Defense, we got the rookie in Warwick. Linebackers are actually pretty solid. D-line, we got McKenzie now, and we signed Danico Autry, so that shouldn't be too bad. Corners are okay, and safeties are just fine as well, too. We run a 4-3 cover 3. 4-6 defense, base 4-3. If we ran a 3-4, our only thing is our outside linebacker, our right outside linebacker wouldn't be able to do anything. But let's see what it looks like if we run a 3-4. Because a lot of our guys fit the scheme if we do. So these middle linebackers would be good. It will just be Dante Fowler, but he's a rusher though. He's a speed rusher, so he should be able to help out for sure. And then we'll just have Grady Jarrett here, and he'll sub in when McKenzie will sub in when Grady Jarrett's tired. It's not too bad for 3-4 as they get the power rushing, and we could get something out of these linebackers, so that's not too bad. I think that's gonna fit us pretty well. Let me see if it's 3-4 under and a base 3-4. A base 3-4 gets us what we need, but I want our rookie to take off. West Coast zone run. Let's see if we change the offense up to. We got 75 for vertical power run. Let's go with 78 for a vertical zone run. Maybe that changes up things for the team. Helps us out. Well, we have Matt Ryan here, year 2. I'm liking it. Should be a little bit better than the year before. But let's into the playoffs and see how well we perform. So we did make the playoffs again. We ended up going 7-9, not too bad. Buccaneers went 15-1, so Okay, we see that. So Matt Ryan, second in passing yards and third in passing TDs. Our offense was 10th and our defense was 11th. 40 touchdowns, 14 picks for Matt Ryan. Pretty solid year. Rushing, Darrell O'Brien had a good year, not too bad. Russell Gage had 10 TDs, 1,200 yards. And then Calvin Ridley had 1,000 yards, 10 TDs. And Kyle Pitts almost had 1,000 yards as well, too. Defense, AJ Terrell had 6 picks. 6.5 sacks for Grady Jarrett. 6 for Dante Fowler. 5 for Shaden Warwick. The 4 for Danico Autry. 3.5 for McKenzie. And 6 picks for AJ Terrell. So not too bad. So changing up the schemes have got us a couple more wins. So that's pretty solid. Let's upgrade our players, of course. See what they come out to. 80 offense, 80 defense, which is pretty nice. So Jesse Alvarez became a 66. I mean, a 76. Kyle Pitts is now an 85. Russell Gage Jr., who's been breaking out for us, is now an 81. So that's pretty solid. Calvin Ridley is now a 94. Warwick is now a 77. Danico Autry is just all right. McKenzie is 77. AJ Terrell's an 81 now. And linebackers are looking pretty good. So let's advance to the Super Bowl. So the Bengals were the 6th seed, and now they're facing the 1st seed of Buccaneers, who went 15-1. We get to upgrade our players. I think AJ Terrell and Shaden Warwick both get some upgrades. Of course, they did their thing. Let's see who wins the Super Bowl. Probably going to be the Buccaneers after they went 15-1. The Buccaneers end up winning the Super Bowl. Tom Brady wins Super Bowl MVP, so he gets his 7th ring. And yeah, so they just killed. Tom Brady was Offensive Player of the Year and MVP and Coach of the Year and won Super Bowl MVP. They went off this year. They went 15-1. I don't know how we're gonna stop that team, that juggernaut of a team. 40. Yeah, look at Brady's stats, yo. They had a 1,000-yard rusher. They kept the same team, bro. They kept the same team, like, and their defense was just unstoppable. Vita Vea and Ndamukong both had like 13 sacks each. And they had a hella interceptions. Yeah, they were unstoppable. There's nothing you can do about that. We have 23 players ready to negotiate. So we're going to re-sign our guys. Foyesade Alakun. We'll re-sign you to a deal. We get him back. Hayden Hurst, I like him as the number 2 behind Kyle Pitts. So we'll re-sign him as well. Russell Gage, he's been performing pretty nicely. So we got to definitely re-sign him. Isaiah Oliver has been a great depth corner. So we could definitely re-sign him. Dante Fowler, we're going to let walk. Danico Autry, we're going to let walk. Deidrin Snat, I think we'll just re-sign you to a 1-year deal. Oh, he's not interested in signing. Okay. Olamide Zaccheaus, I'll definitely re-sign him. TJ Green is a backup free safety. You can re-sign him. Jacob Tutoli Mariner, I guess we could re-sign him. This is just a body on the D-line, I guess. Rest of these guys, we're just going to let go. So now we're in free agency. We got $54 million available. Baker Mayfield. See, I was waiting for a quarterback. If we make a deal for Baker Mayfield, that'd be something else. Because I did want to draft someone, but go for Baker Mayfield wouldn't be too bad. Let's see what we could offer him. He wants a 4-year deal. I think Baker could be a beast, so we could try to sign him. Running backs, I want to get rid of Mike Davis for sure. Receivers, I just want a big number 2 option to help out. Tight ends were good. Left tackle we're good. We got Jake Matthews. Left guard we're good. We could sign Connor Williams. To the deal. Hopefully he accepts it. Just so we have that other guard piece. Center is good. Right guard is good. Right tackle I'm okay with. Left end, definitely need like somebody else in there because Marlon Davidson is kind of not doing the job. D tackles are good. Right end, we definitely need something else too. I think we can just draft someone. We're going to sign Frankie Lulu as a backup to Warwick. Middle linebackers are good. Right outside linebacker, we don't even have someone there. So we're going to sign Ifeadi Odenigbo just so we have depth there. Corners are good. Safeties, just fine. Kicker. Strong safety. See if we can sign Ronnie Harrison Jr. Try to sign him. And then running backs, I feel like we could draft someone, so I'm not really too worried about that. And Traquan Smith, I feel like I do want to sign him, but let's just leave that alone for now. So we ended up getting Baker and Ronnie Harrison, so we just changed up the whole dynamic of the team. We got our new quarterback of the future. We have Matt Ryan here, who we're gonna release. He had a stellar year, but we're just releasing Matt Ryan. And we're going to release Mike Davis too. we're moving on from him. See if we can draft someone, definitely. Receivers, they're good. Just want to see if there's anyone else we could sign, really. Middle linebackers are good. We have 4 corners who I actually really like a lot, so I'm not really too worried about that position. We still have about a couple million available in free agency. We have 14 million available, so we can always draft someone. Left guard, I'm trying to sign Connor Williams. Well, we have Matt Hennessy, who's actually not too bad, so. And at right guard, we could sign J.R. Sweezy. Just on a veterans deal. Just because why not? Right tackle, we're good there. Left end, I think we might just sign Dean Lowry. No, but we could also draft someone too. So we could hold off on that. So let's see if we pick up any of these other guys. Contract ejected by Connor Williams. 5th-year option. What are your thoughts on Chris Lindstrom? Obviously, I want to pick him up. Yes, we're going to pick it up because he's been a star for us. We're going to start looking at to see if people make the Pro Bowl. And we got another 5th-year option. We picked up J.R. Sweezy with our veteran deal. So now we're ready for the draft. Alright, so we have the 11th pick in the draft. You know, that's a very peculiar spot to be in. And I'm not too sure what we want to get out of this position. I mean, we could go with a running back. We could go Jamal Presley, who's an early first. We go Josh Golston. There's a lot of positions here. Free safety, D tackle, corner. Let's see what our biggest need is. Let's see what the biggest need is on the team. Definitely a running back for sure. I do want to fix the offensive line and get a receiver. We could go with a free safety though and maybe trade Deron Harmon, but we do need some pass rushers as well. So need someone better than John Kaminsky and at the end and Marlon Davidson. There's no first round talent that's available that we can get early. We have enough D tackles already who I'm pretty confident with. Right outside linebacker we have Jeremiah McKinney. Cornerbacks, I'm not really too worried about. We got Josh Franklin, a safety here. Wouldn't be too bad, honestly. And then we could trade away Deron Harmon maybe. So we can go Josh Franklin. Yeah, let's go Josh Franklin here, 75 overall. And then I could trade away Deron Harmon for a left end maybe. Maybe help out the team a bit, or maybe for a DN. Yeah, we can honestly trade him for a DN. Let's see who's interested in Deron Harmon. No teams are really interested in Deron Harmon right now, so we just want a left end. If we could get Akeem Hicks, that'd be nice. Akeem Hicks, a veteran on the D-line. How about Stephon Tuitt? We could go with Akeem Hicks. He runs a 3-4, so he would kind of fit our scheme. And we throw in like a 4th as well. A 4th and a 5th and Deron Harmon for Akeem Hicks, and we just picked up a left end. So that works out pretty nicely. Now we can go to our next pick. We just picked up a left end. And now, since we're at the 2nd round now, I want to still get a running back. We have Arthur Lennon. And we also have Lindell Fitzsimmons. So let's go with Arthur Lemon here. 75 overall. Be our starting running back now. We picked up that. Now we're at the 3rd round. I want to go for a receiver if there is any. There isn't. A guard wouldn't be too bad right now. And there's nothing available. There's nothing available at those positions. So we're going to let the rest of the draft go to the simulation. Draft recap. We got receiver, Dwayne Gordon, middle linebacker, and another receiver. Obviously, overalls that don't really pertain to us in a positive aspect. But now we're in 83 offense and 83 defense. We got Troy McKenzie, the new number 99. Let's take a look at our team now. Baker Mayfield, 89 overall. We got Lennon and Brian and Bryce Love. So interesting running back core. Receivers is just Calvin Ridley and Russell Gage. We have good tight ends, which I'm pretty happy about. Offensive line is pretty solid. Not the greatest, but it's not bad either. Frankie Louvu is starting at the right outside linebacker position. We got good corners here. We got 4 good corners. D-line is pretty nice. We picked up Akeem Hicks. picked up Akeem Hicks, and John Kaminsky still at that right end position. So what I want to do here is see if we could sign another backup tight end. We could sign Traquan Smith as well too. We're gonna sign Jesse James just for that depth. At right tackle, they don't have anyone. Right end, they have Justin Houston. We could pick up Justin Houston for one year. Maybe it provides that veteran presence that we needed, because John Kaminsky really hasn't done much for the team. So that could be something. Right outside linebacker, we got Jason Pierre-Paul, but I'm not really a fan of him. So I'd rather should I take my L on that position? Because we could sign Jason Pierre-Paul, or we could sign Dante Fowler for another run. But and then receiver, alright, yeah. Honestly, we could sign Marquez Valdez-Scantling to the deal, a big receiver that we needed. And then we're gonna sign Dante Fowler back onto the team. Or we could go Jason Pierre-Paul. You know, let's go Jason Pierre-Paul, see what he provides to the team. We just make a lot of moves with free agency, because we want this to make this our best year yet. So we're still an 83 offense and 83 defense. Offensive line is pretty solid. We got Scantling now as our big body receiver to help out and split up the defense. So we got 3 tight ends now, and then our defense, we got Akeem Hicks, Justin Houston, Grady Jarrett, a good veteran D line right there. Good corners, good young corners. AJ Terrell has been improving. We got Jason Pierre-Paul pass rushing on the right side now, and we have Warwick in his second year. We have Deion Jones and Oyelekun in the middle. We got a rookie in Franklin that we drafted, and we got Ronnie Harrison Jr. So this should be honestly one of our best years yet. So let's into the regular season. Okay. Okay. Oh wow, that's insane. Hold on, we got 8 players ready to negotiate. Let's re-sign Calvin Ridley real quick. What the hell is going on? We get Calvin Ridley back. Grady Jarrett wants a 2-year deal. You're a pretty stout D tackle. We get him back. Kyle Pitts, our young tight end. Let's get him back. Young Hoo Koo, our kicker, our Pro Bowl kicker. Get him back. Jake Matthews wants a huge lucrative deal, but he's pretty solid at the left side, so we get him back. Kendall Sheffield is pretty solid too. Let's re-sign him. Fabian Morrow. Let's re-sign him as well. John Kaminsky, I'll have to think about it. Rest of these guys, we're gonna see. We're 1-6. You know what? Let's sim to the end of the season, because that's crazy. So we ended up going 5-11. So we had a down year, 28th. Okay, so Baker Mayfield wasn't the answer, but I guess Russell Gage definitely is, and same with Calvin Ridley. Marquez Valdez-Scantling didn't do much. Deion Jones had a pretty solid year. Akeem Hicks at 8 sacks. Grady Jarrett at 7.5. Ooh, at 7.5. Work at 6. Jason Pierre-Paul didn't do too much, so alright. We got one more. Actually, I thought this was going to be our last year, but now we got one more year to upgrade these guys. One more year, because that kind of doesn't make sense to me. But Russell Gage and Calvin Ridley, that's nice. Offensive line, none of our guys did. Defense, Grady Jarrett did. Corners, no one really did. Okay, so Grady Jarrett obviously made it. Super Bowl is Patriots, Packers. We get to upgrade our players. Deion Jones probably got Defensive Player of the Year. He did get a good amount of interceptions, so let's see who wins the Super Bowl between the Patriots and the Packers. Packers end up blasting the Patriots. Eric Stokes won Super Bowl MVP. Deion Jones won Defensive Player of the Year. Matt LaFleur won Coach of the Year. We got 8 players ready to negotiate. Marquez Valdez-Scantling didn't do anything for us. Packers went 14-2, so of course they won the Super Bowl. 8 players ready to negotiate. We got Kaminsky here, who hasn't done anything for us. We don't even have money. We're going to have to let these guys go. We don't even have the cap space for them. It is what it is. We don't even got the cap space for these guys. We're going to get rid of Akeem Hicks. Frees us about $8 million. Even though he performed really well, but we can't really afford him, so we have to let him go. Caleb McGarry, we did pick up his 5th-year option, but he's only a 75, so honestly, I could just trade him. I'd rather just trade Caleb McGarry. I'm looking for like a D end. They say we need a right end. Dante Gay. I would give them a pick for Dante Gay. I'll give them a third for their right end, Dante Gay. That should probably go through. We picked up a right end. Now we're good at that position. Right end now. It's just Dante Gay. Left end is Marlon Davidson. D tackles are pretty solid. We need a right outside linebacker now. And I want to get rid of Caleb McGarry. So Ravens, if they could bless us with a right outside linebacker, that'd be nice. A right outside linebacker that fits the scheme. Which is literally, I don't even know what our scheme is. Just want to see if we can get a starter from someone. Eric Wilson, Samson Ebukam. Devin Allen. We got Preston Smith here. Good trade for Preston Smith. They want a right tackle. Pick up Preston Smith. Oh. Honestly, we could give them a 4 for Preston Smith, right? I think this should go through. So we get a 4 for Preston Smith. Now that we have the right outside linebacker position settled, got the okay pass rushing unit. What we could do now is trade away Caleb McGarry for a pick. It's a team that definitely wants him. I feel like we need a running back. Obviously, that's not going to go through. Yeah, let's trade him. Let's trade Caleb McGarry for a left end. Let's see what we can get out of that. Who's available for us to pick up if we do that? Gregory Rousseau, Caleb McGarry for Gregory Rousseau. Let's see if this will go through. Trade-off was accepted. So we just fixed up the D-line a lot. Now we're in free agency. You said we have negative. We should be at 7 million now. Not too bad. Not too bad whatsoever. Now, since we're at the left tackle, we obviously draft someone, but I want to sign a right tackle. So they got Rob Havenstein as a free agent. A 1-year deal. Let's see if that goes through. Let's see what happens with that. So contract rejected by him. I want to see if we could sign Kareem Hunt as well too. Go for Kareem Hunt, and then receivers I'm okay with for right now. Not really too worried about that. Let's see if we can get Kareem Hunt, because then maybe we could trade away for like an offensive lineman. So we get Kareem Hunt. We pick up Kareem Hunt. So now Baker's paired up with his man again. AJ Terrell definitely is going to get a contract extension by us. It's 5th-year option. Let's go to the trade center. Look if we can move one of the running backs for like Darrell Bryan maybe. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Darrell Bryan maybe. See if he has any value anywhere. He's pretty young though. Alright, so obviously nothing there. Just trade him for Jeff Kennard. Make a better offer, they say. They said make a better offer. Josh Jones. Just want us to go to a team that has like a backup that's like pretty solid. But it's not looking like the case here. They got a kid named Mark Light. Mark Light, they're not giving up jack for him. Let's try Jeff Kennard again. Move him for a 5th maybe. I'll run back in a 5th for him. Cool. So now we did that. Now we can definitely move some people around. Advance the next week of free agency. And then we're gonna move Jeff Light to that Jeff Kennard to that right side. Actually, we could see if we could draft someone first up. See if we draft a tackle. As we did go 5 and 11, so we have the 6th pick in the draft. Hopefully there's a high-ranked tackle. That'd be pretty nice if we could pick him up. Oh, I thought there was. Got a kid named Otis Morgan. Got a kid named Cade Bates. Braxton Frost, right outside linebacker. Let's see if there's any offensive tackles. We got a kid named Jamie O'Donnell. Right tackles, nobody. Right guard, nobody. Center, nobody. Left guard, we got Justin Hannon. Left tackle, we have Jamie O'Donnell. Okay, so DNs. Right outside linebacker, we have Braxton Frost. I would pick him up, but the thing is, I know we probably won't get any value for Preston Smith, but we're going to pick him up anyways. Braxton Frost. He'll be at the right outside linebacker position. We're going to trade away Preston Smith for a tackle. See if that will work. Any team has value in him? Probably not. Yeah, probably not. So we're going to have to give him up for a pick. Any team with a high need for a right outside linebacker, give him up for a high pick. No team needs a right outside linebacker now. Okay. It has to be a top 5 need for some team. He just has to be. There's no way that every team in the NFL has a right outside linebacker. That's crazy. Alright, so what we're going to do, give up Preston Smith for a 4th. Make a better offer. We'll give him up for a 5th. Boom. So Preston Smith was just a trade piece. We just made the Rams 10 times better. But we'll see how that plays out. Let's go to advance the next user pick. Scouted. We still have Jamie O'Donnell here, so that's pretty good. We still have him. So we're gonna draft him up, 71 overall. And then we're gonna obviously shift the offensive line now that we did that. We drafted a center, a right tackle, and a cornerback. So pretty interesting picks. So now let's take a look at the team as we take one more try to see if we can make the freaking playoffs with the Falcons. Because obviously our life has been a shit show after Julio has left us. And I think Julio retired too, so let's see if Julio's still on the team. Ryan Tannehill is. Julio actually still is. So let's take a look at his stats for the past couple years as a Tennessee Titan. So 1,100 yards, 987 yards, 979 yards. So pretty solid. Pretty solid. He's getting the targets he's wanted, but he's not getting the ring he needs or deserves. So we're an 85 offense and an 85 defense. We got Kennard at the right tackle position. Offensive line is pretty solid. We have O'Donnell backing him up. And then we have Kyle Pitts and Hayden Hurst, of course. Receivers are pretty solid. We got Zacchaeus now over there. So Baker Mayfield's in year 2 with this offense. We got Kareem Hunt, who we picked up as well. Defense, we got Louisville and Warwick. Not too bad. And then D-line is Gregory Rousseau with Grady Jarrett and Deontay Gay. So this should be a pretty good 4th year. So let's see how well we do. The playoffs going 9-7. We're facing the Buccaneers, who are the division rivals. So I'm glad that we made the playoffs. First, let's look at the playoff bracket to see if the Titans made it. The Titans did not make it, so therefore we did better than them this year. Let's see, we're an 87 offense and defense. See how we did statistically. Our offense was 2nd. Baker was 1st in passing yards and 4th in TDs. And our defense was 30th. Wow, that's bad. 36 touchdowns, 9 picks for Baker. 1,100 yards, 6 TDs for Kareem Hunt. Russell Gage, 1,300 yards, 6 TDs. Calvin Ridley, 1,000 yards, 6 TDs. And our tight end split with 700 TDs and 10 TDs combined. Or 700 yards and 10 TDs combined. Defense, Grady Jarrett with 11 sacks. Gregory Rousseau with 7.5. Shaden Warwick with 4. Not too bad. Still needed to do better. Ronnie Harrison with 3 picks. And Deion Jones with 2. See how the Titans did with Julio. Tannehill, 25 touchdowns, 11 picks. Julio had just 481 yards and 3 TDs, so not too good for him. But we are in the Super Bowl. I mean, we're in the Super Bowl. We're in the division rivals against the Buccaneers. Baker's a 95. Calvin Ridley's a 97. Russell Gage is an 85. Kyle Pitts is an 88. Kennard is 75. Everyone's looking pretty good on the offense. Defense, looks like someone's injured. Foysad Alacuna's injured. Louisville's a 76. Warwick's an 82. Ronnie Harrison's an 86. Franklin's an 80. AJ Terrell's an 86, Deontay Gay's a 79, Gregory Rousseau's an 81, Kenzie's an 80, and Grady Jarrett's a 94. So we have a pretty solid looking team, but let's see how we perform against the Buccaneers. We took an L 31-24 in our 1 playoff appearance in our 4 years. We took an L. Oh, so the Buccaneers, man, they are a problem. They know how to cause us hell. But we made the playoffs though, so let's see. Baker Mayfield had 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, and got sacked once. Gardner Minshew got sacked once. That's pretty much it. Rushing attack, Ronald Jones killed us. Our running game didn't do anything. Our receivers did a lot though, but Carlton Davis picked us off, and then Shaquille Barrett and Grady Jarrett both got a sack. So it was just one of those close games that we ended up losing. That's unfortunate. But yeah, that was us trying to rebuild the Falcons without Julio Jones, and safe to say that it's kind of like up in the air what happens in the future. But hopefully you guys enjoyed watching the video. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, comment down below what other teams you want to see me rebuild. It's been a pleasure recording this. I'll see you guys in the next one. And remember, you gotta be a fiend to succeed. Peace.